So today's video of the day is going to be the 10 best holiday fragrances. As y'all already know, the holiday is right around the corner. We have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas for those who celebrate, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you into. But basically, in a few weeks, it's the time from Thanksgiving till really New Year's, where family should be important anyway, but it should be the most important thing. So we're going to talk about 10 fragrances that I'm probably going to be reaching for during this time, or like if I go to a family function, an event, or when I say family, it's just like not your mother and your father and your cousins. It can be really close friends you grew up with, things of that nature. So these are fragrances I would wear around a family event. But before we get to those fragrances, and we're going to talk about sponsor today's video. When talking about must-have accessories for a man, we have to talk about belts, but not just any belt. A long-lasting belt that actually fits. Most belts oftentimes are too loose or too snug, but with Anson Belt Buckle, you get the perfect fit every single time. With Anson Belt Buckle, you get 0 holes with over 30 1/4-inch adjustments for the perfect fit, versus your traditional belt with 5 holes at 1 inch apart. This adds for the perfect fit every single time. With Anson Belt Buckle, you can choose 2 different widths. You can get 1 1/4 for your more formal wear, or you can do 1 1/2 for your more casual wear. You're getting high quality leather with different color belts and buckles, styles, and finishes. So for example, if you got 3 belts and 3 buckles, that's 9 different combinations that you can wear that gives you the ultimate versatility, being that the belt and buckle are the same width. Anson Belt Buckle is a family-owned business with over 40K 5-star reviews. So if you want quality with versatility, check them out. Links in the description. Again, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Anson Belt Buckle. Don't forget to hit the link in the description to step up your belt game. Peace. So with that being said, again, today's video is going to be the 10 best holiday fragrances of 2025. These are fragrances that are warm, comforting, inviting, compliment getting, easy to wear. And I just think it when you smell these fragrances, it reminds you of the holiday. I'm gonna give you 5 quick. I'm gonna try to make them quick honorable mentions, only because, well, any of these honorable mentions could be one I wear for the holidays. It just could. They're all good fragrance. I'm really not ranking these in the grand scheme of it. Number 1, back in 2017, I believe I got this fragrance back in 2017 when I really got heavy into watching fragrance content. This is before the clone Middle Eastern thing really took off. And this is a fragrance that I think the fragrance it was inspired by is a holiday staple of a fragrance. It is considered a masterpiece of a fragrance. And this fragrance is from the house of Al Harmain, and this is Amber Oud. Now, if you've been around the game for a while, you would know back in 2017, 18, there was a big controversy with this fragrance. If you got this fragrance in Europe, I believe you got like Jubilation. If you got it in Europe, you got something else. So I believe back in 2020 or maybe 21, they discontinued the Amber Oud line and made it Amber Oud Tobacco Edition now. But what you get in this is dry fruits, cinnamon, tobacco, some vanilla, and it just works. With this particular fragrance, at least in general, I have a dent in this fragrance, but what you also have to understand, this is like a 3 to 4 spray max fragrance for me. The next fragrance is gonna be another fragrance I discussed back in 2018 or 19, maybe 2019 is when I got this bottle. This is a fragrance that also gives off the vibe of Christmas. Now, this is extremely sweet. It almost goes into a Middle Eastern kind of feel. And this is from the House of Oud, and this is Dates Delight from the House of Oud. The beauty with this fragrance is this egg shape is all hand painted. So if you buy a bottle, your bottle part will never look like mine. It's a one-on-one. And I think that's pretty neat when it comes to these particular bottles, that it's really a one-on-one thing. But anyway, what you get here, you get these lush, juicy, international market, syrupy dates, these honeyed dates. It tones down the sweetness. It makes it more desirable. It makes it more cozy. People are cold when things are sweet, when they're syrupy. It just makes things more inviting. It's like walking in somebody's house and they've been cooking a cake. It feels a lot different in the wintertime than it does in the summertime. It's something very inviting about that, and that's what Dates Delights get me, and that's the other honorable mention. Moving on. Another fragrance I started talking about in 2019 is when I got this fragrance. It's been around for a while. It's one of my go-tos when I was really tapping into finding out what the greatest ambers were. I was just buying all the ambers up, and this is from Armani Privé, and that's Ombre Eccentrico. So what you get here is a lot of dried fruits. A ton of dry fruits, but some of the dry fruits that I pick up are like raisins. I feel like I get like raisin bread is almost what I get with this. You get amber, you get vanilla. I believe patchouli, tonka bean might be in here. Yeah, and I get like raisins, like dried raisins, maybe a little bit of like dried plums, but they're all dried. But I mostly get raisins out of this for me, to my nose. It's almost like raisin bread. You wear a fragrance like this, you're hugging people, you have drinks, it's a lot of fun. That's when I think a fragrance like this just works to perfection. Going out like to a bar, it's kind of not my vibe. It's kind of more of a personal vibe when I'm interacting with people who I love, people who I know, or even strangers where you're just going to be where the environment is extremely fun. That's when I like to wear a fragrance like this, and that's Ombre Eccentrico. Next fragrance is, this fragrance is just a go-to. I know. This is a designer fragrance. A lot of people going to be like, wow, I'm surprised it's on the list. And that's because although it has that kitty, almost juvenile sweetness, again, as I said in some of the other honorable mentions, when the weather is extremely cold, compliments galore. I expect it from most designer fragrances, compliments. It's just easy going, easy to wear. Now, if you're sniffing constantly on your hand, there's a note in here like cumin, which throws some people off. But anyway, that's from the House of Azzaro, and that's Wanted by Night. So what you get here is cinnamon, tobacco, vanilla, patchouli. You get these like lavender is up in the top, so it's extremely aromatic. So it's almost like this tobacco vanilla fougere thing. I believe mandarin orange and some grapefruit, there's some citruses up top, combining with that lavender, with that cinnamon, with the tobacco, with the vanilla. I believe leather's in here. It's just a really good fragrance. So if you're going somewhere and, you know, like let's say you're going to a bar or you're going somewhere where you're not sure, you don't really care about being overly unique. You just want to smell good. You want to smell pleasing. It's a lot of different age ranges in the area. And the air, remember how fragrance people are nerds. But if you just want to wear something, you don't want to think about what you're doing. You don't care about being niche-y or all. You just be like, bro, I'm going out the house and I just want to smell good. Wanted by Night works every single time. Yes, I have Bodicias and everything behind me. Wanted by Night works every single time. Wanted by Night. Last honorable mention is a fragrance I got as soon as it came out. I didn't collect all the fragrances on this, but this one I liked a little bit more. This kept the DNA of the brand with like that chestnut, suede. It's aromatic, toffee, vanilla. It's ambery, a hint of smoke. And this is from Imperial Armani. This is Stronger With You Intensely. I believe cinnamon might be in here too. This is another sweet fragrance that works. Like if you thought about something like fragrances like by the fireplace, fragrances like that, like this smoky, almost vanilla. But this is one of them, but it has that toffee in here, has that sweetness that draws people in. Again, we're talking 40 degree, 30 degree or below weather. My people in Chicago, in the Windy City, things like that, where it's super cool. Wear something like this. So anyway, starting at number 10. Number 10, this particular brand, I don't really have a lot of fragrances from them. That's not a dig at the company. I think they make solid fragrances. I just didn't get into, I need to own every fragrance from the brand. But what I will tell you, if you own every fragrance from the brand, you didn't necessarily make a bad choice. It's just, I didn't feel the need to do that. But this is one that I feel a need to own out of everything. It's the only one that made me say I had to own it. And this is from the House of Parfums de Marly, and this is Herod. This is Herod. Now, this is a tobacco vanilla fragrance like none other to me. It separates it, and I'm gonna tell you what separates it. So you get tobacco, you get vanilla, you get cinnamon. What I get in here is a floral that really makes this fragrance what it is, and that's the osmanthus. I get this going into a humidor, smelling some infused cigars, and you getting this apricot infused vanilla cigar. It's the wrapper is light in color. It's not a dark wrapper. It's a light color wrapper. I can imagine taking your first pull of the fragrance, it being sweet, when you chop it and you just want to pull it real quick, that dry pull, that you're going to get a bit of sweetness on the touch. That's what I get from this. Coming in at number 9 is one of many fragrances where I came to the conclusion that clones just don't get it right. And with me, when it comes to fragrances, it's about the entire experience. It's one of many fragrances you can go to. It is neck nibbling. It is delicious. And that's coming from the House of Xerjoff, and that's Italica. Italica from the House of Xerjoff. Now, what the clones never got right on this, and I'm not looking at the notes, but there's two things that I get in this. I feel like I get some saffron in this. I don't know if the notes have saffron listed. I feel like I get saffron in this. Another thing that makes this fragrance that the clones couldn't duplicate is you get almond, but not just any almond. You get this cherried almond, this sweet cherry. So this red berry. So you get that vanilla, almost almond sugar cookie with like some cherry filling a little bit. It's a very peculiar vanilla. It's toffee, it's lactonic a little bit. And when I say lactonic, for those who don't know, just think milky. You should know what that word means, but if you don't, I just want to draw the picture for you. It's kind of like really milky. It's like almond cookies and milk for Santa Claus. If you know what I mean, if that's the vibe, this screams holidays for me. It's the only time I walk out the house smelling like cookies. Other than that, I won't smell like a grown man. But there are times when I want to smell like cookies. The next fragrance, I don't really want to spend too much time on. This is a popular fragrance. Everybody knows this fragrance. It's boozy, it's ambery, it's a hint of smoke, and it comes from a house that does that well. And that's coming from the House of Killian, and that's Angel Shares. That's the original OG. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. If I had Paradise, which I'm still looking for a bottle of Paradise, I just want to find it for the right price. I don't want to pay retail for it. I think it's overpriced for retail. That and Angel Share on the rocks, I want them both. I just don't want to pay retail for them. So if anybody know, hit me in my IG, send me a link. I'll probably get it. But anyway, y'all already know what you get here. I'll be a little bit of Tonka. You get that cognac, you get that booze, you get sweetness, you get a bit of smoky woods. It's sexy. It's one of the most sexiest Killian fragrances, although I think pound for pound, if you take price out of it, On the Rocks is the best one. Paradis is the second best. and then Angel Share, this one, the OG, is the third best for me. Depends on the situation you go into, is what I would say. So I would say the Angel Share line, but go with that line. And that's Angel Share from the House of Killian. I don't need to spend all day with this. Most of y'all have it. Y'all know it. It's been a million videos. Number 7 is another fragrance. I think I talked about this fragrance back in 2017. This fragrance is ambery. It's cinnamon. It's boozy. It's rum. So you got rum, some lime, warm, amber, and cinnamon. And that's from the House of Penhaligon, and that's Clandestine Claire. Clandestine Claire. Now, I know people will say this is a little feminine. I mean, it's vanilla, it's booze. I believe lime is in here. Cinnamon is warm. This is neck nibbling, inviting, boozy. To me, when I had a taste of I believe it's called Bombay rum, a very sweet rum. This was very reminiscent to Bombay rum. Just absolutely gorgeous fragrance. To me, it's not feminine. To me, it's just amber, vanilla, and cinnamon and rum, with a nice hint of booze. If you're into that, cool. If you're not into that, cool. To me, I find this to be very enchanting, very sensual. And that's Clandestine Claire from the House of Penhaligons. Moving on. And that was at number 7. Coming in at number 6. I have the OG bottle because I've had this for a while. When it comes to somebody say bamboo, yeah, bamboo rum. That's what that Clandestine Claire smell like. All right, coming in at number 6. I've had the OG bottle of this. I've had this for a while. I think I got this bottle back in 2019. If you get new bottles, the perfume inside isn't going to be dark. The bottle has totally changed. This is vanilla, boozy, florals, all of that. And this is from the House of M. Micallef. And this is Note Vanille. Note Vanille. Look how dark that juice. The perfume I think you get now is going to be not as dark as this if you go by it. And a lot of these fragrances, if I found them, I put them in. If you watching the video, you will be able to click on my YouTube buy link. I found the price of it. But to me, when I say this is what Frampin 1270 wanted to be. Oh man, booze, vanilla. I believe some florals in here, some patchouli. Oh man, fruity. Note Vanille from M. Micallef. When you talk about a neck nibbling, exotic fragrance, if you're talking about vanillas, I've talked about this fragrance on more than one occasion. I've also gate kept this fragrance. I've been in fragrance groups and people have been like, what's the best vanilla fragrance on the market? And yeah, I still think that I can't think Tihoda is, when you want to talk about a pure vanilla fragrance, Tihoda is one of the best. But when you want to talk about a boozy vanilla fragrance, I don't really think it's Spiritualise Double Vanille to me. To me, I like Note Vanilla, Note Vanille a lot better. Coming in at number 5, I don't know if this fragrance is discontinued. I think if you're in certain Facebook groups, you might find a few people selling this fragrance. Some say it's discontinued, but yet I keep seeing bottles show up in groups for sale. But I'm just go with the fact that it's discontinued. But this fragrance, I like it. I don't love it. And that's because it smells good. I think it's overpriced for what it is. But it's not a bad fragrance either. And it's going to get you compliments. This is from the House of Boudicca the Victorious. And this is Amethyst. Amethyst from the House of Boudicca the Victorious. Now, I think this fragrance is discontinued, if I'm not mistaken. What you get here is cinnamon, tonka, amber. What I always said with Amethyst is, if you added tobacco, which this might have tobacco. I think this has some pepper. I'm getting some peppery nuances in here. maybe some black pepper. I'm not looking at the notes, but I'm getting something peppery in here, something spicy. Even if you go to like one of those rooftops where it's not too cold, but they got the outside fire pits and stuff outside, like, or the igloo situation. I don't know where y'all live at, but I know sometimes they have the rooftops with the igloos that you can have dinner inside of it. Yeah, this works for that environment. And that's at number 5, and that's Amethyst from the House of Boadicea the Victorious. Moving on. Coming in at number 4 is a fragrance that was gifted to me. I think this is one of the best honey fragrances. I don't care that it was gifted to me. If you don't believe me, cool, you don't have to buy it, but I stand by it. I think it's one of the best honey fragrances. It's almost animalic honey. It's drizzled, light, pure honey. This fragrance, what it was supposed to represent, it hit it 100 out of 100%. It did exactly what it was supposed to make. And this is from the house of Zaharoff, and this is Arm. Now, this is supposed to represent, I just had a brain fart. It's a Greek dessert. I'm having a brain, sheesh. I just had it on the tip of my head. Somebody help me out. I love it. You have that nuttiness in here, honey, pastry. Oh man, I always get it at the Greek store. If you got a lot of Greek stores behind you, you would know what I'm talking about. So there's 2 types of ways baklava. That's what this represents. So you have 2 types of baklava. You have the Middle Eastern way. Well, both can kind of be considered somewhat middle, in an elusive kind of way, but it lasts. So it depends on what kind of vibe you're trying to get off. If you want more people to smell you, I wouldn't do this at a cigar lounge. This is one where if you're going to be anywhere in and out where the wind can help you push, this will work in an environment where the wind will kind of help you. Cozy, you know, this is a neck nibbling, a sensual snuggle fragrance. But when it comes to honey, it's up there. It's up there. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9 out of 10. I give this a 9 out of 10. It does. Anytime you can do what you plan on doing, what you inspired to do, and it smells like that, I have to give you a high grade. Number 3, this fragrance, I like it. I don't love it. I like it. This is the fragrance that made me say, yeah, I might be done buying fragrances from the house, but this is from the House of Boadicea, and this is Defender from the House of Boadicea. So what you get here is boozy raspberries. I feel like I get a lot of raspberry booze, honey. I believe some haze in here, licorice, some woods. Cinnamon is definitely in here, some cinnamon in here. And I'm not a big licorice fan. I'm like, the thought of the smell of black jelly beans scare me. It's a great fragrance to wear out and to wear like to a lounge or a bar. Great fragrance. Take the price out of it. It's a great fragrance. But anyway, I believe I have a link also in the details for the best price I saw this on. So Defender from the House of Boadicea at number 3. This next fragrance is neck nibbling. It's delicious. It's cinnamon. It's cherry. This is another fragrance that was gifted to me by the brand. So take it or leave it. But I like this fragrance. In a world where I was tired of cherry fragrances, this took cherry in a different direction, and it gave me more of a dark, almost syrupy cherry with some hints of dark and white chocolate, some woods. This is from the House of Electimus. This is Caspian cherry. This, when it comes to cherry fragrances, it is up there. It is up there. It's probably like maybe like top 5 at least cherry fragrances for me. It's rich. It's sweet. It's decadent. It's almondy. It's like cherry amaretto. It's boozy, cinnamon, dessert, raw dark chocolate. It's nutty, woody. And because of this almost marzipan, it's almost like a marzipan kind of feel. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This was gifted to me by the brand. But this from the house of Electimus, and this is Caspian Cherry. Caspian Cherry. Coming in at number 1. And this might be the fragrance I'm gonna wear tonight. Just cause, listen, to me, it's my favorite cherry fragrance. It gives me everything I want. It gives me longevity. It gives me projection. It gives me compliment getting. It gives me sweet cherries. It gives me a natural feel and not artificial smelling. And again, when I say natural, that don't mean it's naturals in here. It could have a ton of synthetics and molecules in here, but it gives me a natural organic feel when I smell it. And this is from the house of Bodacious, and this is Bodacious. Bodacious is my number 1 holiday fragrance. It's tonka bean, it's vanilla, it's booze, it's cherry, it's leather, it works. It is their rendition of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. This is just because of the booze. Because y'all know I love boozy. I love boozy fragrances. That's my vibe. If I was creating a fragrance, it would be boozy. That's just what it would be. But I know how to make that into a way where I would have a summer boozy line, a night boozy. Like, I know how I would do it based on the different spirits that I have consumed. It's just going to smell absolutely divine when I walk by you. It is. It's top tier. My number 1 holiday fragrance from the house of Bodacious. This is Bodacious. To me, my favorite cherry in the game, bar none. Argue with your mama. Top 10 best holiday fragrances for 2025. Again, if your favorite fragrance wasn't on the list, no need to argue about it. You can put your favorite fragrance, your top 10 down in the comments down below for the replay game. For all those who are new here, don't forget to subscribe, follow, share the video. I would like to get 1,800 by December 1st. I would like to be at 1,800. I think it's doable. We're about 400, about 500 something away. I think we can try to get 500. I'm gonna have to go back to doing about 3 lives a week, but I think we can. I think the family can get us to 500. Share the videos with your friends. Hit the like button. Subscribe. A lot of y'all are watching the content. I know y'all getting some stuff out of it. I know y'all getting something different than what everybody else giving. I mean, show some love. Give a follow, man. Once you follow, you can comment in the live chat, and we, comment with the fam. We got some things going on. So with that being said, peace.
The cipher. It's the new cipher.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?